What is going on, everybody? Today, we have to talk about something that is genuinely shaking the entire world of sports to its very core. This isn't just a rumor. This isn't just some small fine for tampering. The honest-to-God FBI has gotten involved, and a massive, sprawling gambling scandal is tearing through the NBA. And we're not just talking about some retired player from 20 years ago. We are talking about an active, sitting Hall of Fame head coach. We are talking about a current, starting-caliber star player. And we are talking about direct, stated connections to organized crime. Yes, the mafia.
The sprawling FBI probe into mafia-linked gambling and sports rigging schemes is sending shockwaves across the NBA and across...
This might be the biggest, darkest scandal the NBA has ever seen. This is the Tim Donaghy scandal on steroids. This is the kind of thing that threatens the entire integrity of the game. It poisons the well. How can you ever trust what you're watching again after this? How can you watch a player miss a free throw and not wonder? Today, we're going to go through this piece by piece, because you need to see this to believe it. I have two critical videos. First, the one that stopped everyone in their tracks, the Inside the NBA crew. I want to see the raw, unfiltered reaction from Shaq, Charles, and Kenny when they found out. These are the voices of the league, the legends of the game, and they are shook. Second, I have a report from CNN that breaks down the insane, sci-fi level, Ocean's 11 style technology these guys were allegedly using to rig high-stakes poker games. When I say you won't believe it, I mean it. This is straight out of a spy movie, and it's at the center of this scandal. This story is deep, it's dark, and it could change the league forever. Let's get right into it.
Of insider information for betting on NBA games, and the other centering on rigged poker games using high-tech cheating technology.
Okay, I'm starting with the Inside the NBA clip. This is the gold standard for NBA commentary. This is the show we all trust. I'm going to play the first 22 seconds of Ernie's intro.
We're the Inside the NBA crew. Shaq, Kenny, Charles, Ernie Johnson. Great doubleheader coming your way, OKC and Indiana, Denver and Golden State. But before we dive into those games, we've got the latest on a story that has rocked the NBA.
Just listen to the tone in his voice. This isn't a game highlight. This is a eulogy. Rock the NBA. You can just see it on their faces. This is dead serious. And 30 suspects? 30. That's not one or two bad apples. That's not an isolated incident. That is a network. That is a conspiracy. That's a rot that is spread. Now they're going to play a clip from the FBI director. This is where it gets real.
Here is FBI Director Kash Patel.
Individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today. Former, current NBA players and coaches.
Did you hear that? He named them. He just put them on blast for the entire world. Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, Damon Jones. He said it. Spanned the course of years, and it was a coordinated takedown across 11 states. This is a massive, organized criminal operation. This isn't some player getting caught with a betting app. This is deep. This has been going on right under our noses for years. Okay, now they're bringing in Shams Charania to break down the actual details. This is what we need to hear. Let's listen to his first part.
So let's start with Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, the two active members of the NBA. And Chauncey Billups was coaching a game in Portland last night against the Timberwolves season opener in Portland. Terry Rozier was on the bench in Orlando for the Heat's season opener there. And then within hours this morning at 6 a.m. local time in both areas, in Portland, Oregon, and in Orlando, Florida, both were arrested, met in an Orlando hotel in Rozier's case.
Wait, what? Hold on. Two different cases. So Chauncey Billups, a Hall of Famer, Mr. Big Shot, is allegedly involved in a mafia-led situation? Shams says they called him a face card. Do you know what that means? That means they were using his fame, his celebrity, his trustworthy face to lure rich people into rigged poker games so the mob could steal their money. He was the bait. That's next-level criminal. That's a betrayal of the trust he built over a 20-year career. And then separately, you have Terry Rozier. His case is tied to Jontay Porter, the guy who got a lifetime ban for fixing his own stats? So this confirms it. This is a network. This is a conspiracy. This isn't isolated. Jontay Porter wasn't the only one. Okay, let's hear more from Shams.
This is the situation. The origin story here is with Jontay Porter. Over the last couple of years, where there were 5 co-conspirators, defendants from that Jontay Porter case, that has now stretched to Terry Rozier as far as sports gambling, involving himself with giving allegedly insider information to co-conspirators and bettors that were then able to use thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to bet on information that he gave out. Of course,
This just gets worse and worse. So Rozier, who's making $26 million, is allegedly selling insider info. But the Damon Jones part, he was selling info on LeBron James? He was allegedly telling gamblers LeBron was going to sit before it was public. Can you imagine being LeBron and finding that out? That someone in your circle, a former teammate, a guy you trust, a guy who's been around your team, is betraying you like that for gambling money? That is unbelievable. The trust is completely broken. Who else is in his circle selling info? How can he trust anyone? Okay, now we get to the reactions from the crew. This is what I've been waiting for. Let's hear from Shaq first. This is the voice of the league.
And it's just unfortunate. Innocent till proven guilty. But usually when the FBI has something, they have you. FBI, I know a lot of people from the FBI, and I've been in many of those investigations. They'll wait 2, 3, 4, 5 years, but when they come knocking on your door.
Man, Shaq is 100% real on this. He's not joking. He's not Shaq-tin a fool. He's speaking from the heart as a legend of the game. And he said 2 critical things. Usually when the FBI has something, they have you. That's a fact. The feds don't just show up and make arrests like this on a guess. They don't move unless they are 100% sure. They've been building this case for years. This means Billups and Rozier are in serious career-ending, life-altering trouble. All money ain't good money. That's the core of it. These guys are set for life. They're making millions. Chauncey has made his money. Rozier is on a massive contract. And they risk it all. For what? A little more? Shaq is ashamed. And as a fan, I am too. It's pure, uncut greed. But now, this is where it explodes. Kenny Smith jumps in with a different take, and Charles Barkley is not having it. Watch this.
It was surprising that they would put themselves in that position, possibly. It is an innocent until proven guilty. I think the other part is we have to realize gambling is an addiction. So the addiction of it is what makes you make illogical decisions.
Okay, so Kenny's point is that this is an addiction, and that it makes people make illogical decisions. That's a fair point. Gambling addiction is a serious disease, no question. It ruins lives. It's a real argument, and we should be compassionate about that. It makes people do things they would never normally do. But Charles? Oh man, Charles is about to say what we are all thinking. He is not going to let this slide. He's drawing a line in the sand. Watch.
And the reason I'm mad at Kenny is, man, this ain't got nothing to do with damn gambling addiction. This ain't got nothing to do with addiction. These dudes are stupid.
Why are they stupid?
Under no circumstances can you fix basketball games. Under no circumstances. I love to gamble.
This ain't got nothing to do with damn gambling addiction. I'm with Charles. I am 100% with Charles Barkley on this one. Look, I get Kenny's point. Addiction is real. But there is a massive difference between having a personal problem and making a professional criminal choice. When you are making $26 million a year and you decide to fix basketball games, that's not just a personal problem. That is a conscious decision to commit a crime. That is greed. That is, as Charles said, total stupidity. You are attacking the entire integrity of the sport that made you a millionaire. You're betraying every fan, every kid who looks up to you, every teammate who is playing their heart out next to you. Charles is right to be this angry. This isn't just an illogical decision, it's a fundamental betrayal. This is a crime against the sport itself. So that's the scandal. But I was still stuck on the Chauncey Billups part. What does a high-tech rigged poker game even mean? I'm thinking, I don't know, marked cards? Maybe a guy signaling from across the room? I was so wrong. I was not thinking big enough. I found this CNN clip with a casino cheating expert, Sal Piacente. This is a real-life spy movie. This is the tech they were actually using. They are about to show the tech. You have to see this. Listen to this first part.
The X-ray table. That's just a table that has cameras built into it that look upward at the cards. It can actually see through the green felt, so you can use any of cards. As long as the cards lie above the camera can see what that card is and then transmit it.
An X-ray table? It can actually see through the green felt? So they know your cards as they're on the table? That's terrifying. This isn't poker. This is just theft. This is a high-tech heist. You walk into that game, you have zero chance. You are being robbed from the second you sit down. But wait, it gets crazier. He's about to demonstrate a cheating cell phone. This part blew my mind. Watch this full demo.
Well, first of all, this is a regular phone. It looks like a regular phone. And I'm going to put this on loud so you can hear it. So I'm going to put it on speaker.
Okay.
And now it's ready to go.
Yeah.
So when this deck of cards right now is shuffled. 3-2. That means right now, seat 3 is going to win.
No way. Did you just see that? It's a regular phone. He puts in a code. It listens to the sound of the cards being shuffled, and it tells him who is going to win. It just said, seat 3 wins. This is technology I didn't even know existed. This is what Chauncey Billups was allegedly a face card for. This wasn't a friendly game that got out of hand. This was a sophisticated, high-tech robbery operation. He was allegedly the bait to get rich guys to sit down at this X-ray table against this cheating phone. And now, look at the earpiece they use. That thing is microscopic. He says he needs a magnet to get it out. So you have the X-ray table seeing the cards, the phone analyzing the shuffle, and the player at the table getting the information fed directly into his ear. This is what's tied to the NBA. This is sophisticated, organized crime. This is unbelievable. But this CNN clip isn't done. It brings on one more expert to talk about the real problem. Why is this happening now? Why does this all feel so inevitable? Listen to this last clip.
I would say not. I think that the cultural evolution around sports betting and how now gambling is part of every conversation. It used to be that people talked about sports, the numbers, the percentages, the hitting, the points, but now they talk about the lines.
He is 1000% right. You can't watch a game anymore. You can't watch a pregame show. You can't even open Instagram without being hammered by same-game parlay and prop bets. The announcers are talking about the spread during the game. The NBA and all the sports leagues got into bed with sports gambling. They became partners. They are promoting it non-stop, every second of every game. And now, we're acting surprised that this is the result? We're shocked that the players, who are drowning in this culture 24/7, are getting in on it. The league created this monster. They opened Pandora's box, and now they're shocked that the demons got out. Let's just recap what we've learned. We have the Inside the NBA crew, the legends of the game, looking completely ashamed and betrayed. We have Charles Barkley rightfully calling out the stupidity and greed of risking a $26 million contract to corrupt the game. We have a CNN report showing James Bond-level cheating tech, X-ray tables, and listening phones that are directly linked to these arrests and organized crime. And finally, we have an expert correctly pointing out that the NBA itself helped create this monster by pushing gambling on us 24/7. This is an absolute disaster. This is an existential crisis for the league. Adam Silver has to come down on this with everything he has. But the problem is, how can you put the genie back in the bottle? How can you trust what you're seeing? How do you know a player is trying to win, and not just trying to hit his under prop bet? How do you know a coach is making the right substitution, and not one that helps a bet? How do you watch a player miss 2 clutch free throws and not have that tiny voice in the back of your head, wondering, is this real? This is just the tip of the iceberg. As Shaq said, the FBI is involved. They don't lose. And I have a feeling more names are going to drop. The NBA is in serious, serious trouble. What do you guys think? Do you agree with Charles or Kenny? Is this greed? Or is it addiction? Or is it both? And more importantly, has the NBA's partnership with sports betting ruined the integrity of the game for good? Is it too late to go back? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is a dark day for basketball. If you made it this far, thank you for sticking with me. This is a heavy one. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next one.